Before the heaven and the earth came to existence, what was I? Before the heaven and the earth came to existence, what was I? Before the heaven and the earth came to existence, what was I? Dharma friends and the practitioner, we practice meditation, always emphasize practicing. We ask the question clearly, raising doubt, maintaining doubt. Doubt will lead us go to the basic of ignorance, basic of the circle birth and death. And also from down we would with our own attachment, ignorance. We'll be awakening, tender enlightenment. Like the patriarch said that we have the four secret. The four secret we need to have the like the first uh, the first secret in the first medicine medicament disappear too from the super birth that from the ignore like in the Paramita Sutra Buddha said no ignorance, no in ignorance, because the illusion create all the thing. The ignorance create all the thing. Become the self-attachment. In self-attachment, we don't really know we are attachment. In the ignorance, we don't really know we are in the ignorance. Always attack, always raising the discrimination, always raising self-attachment, living with the dualism, the subjective and the objective. The Buddha pointed that that's the illusion, that's the unreal, that's the secret, very, very secret of birth and death. We know the secret and we want to end up our secret. So we take the medicament, like medicine, to treatment our secret. The Buddha said that the first secret we receive the first medicine treatment that to take when the secret get over, disappear, and the medicine thought medicine disappear too. So we go back to the belief in the explanation of the Buddha, the patriarch explained the belief, explain the self nature, explain the Buddha nature, also explain the attachment. We know that, but all the knowledge still in the illusion. How come we get to believe? So that called out the four techniques to get the belief, the medicament, like the medicine, the treatment methods. The first two and make the strong belief in your mind and make the practice in emphasize practice in later the more strong belief, the more strong the practice, and the more belief get more practice, the more practice get more the belief and absolute the belief, absolute complete the belief in the zone mind. At that point, our practice also absolute practice complete, absolute complete belief lead to absolute complete the practice, lead to absolute complete the awakening, attain the enlightenment. When attain the enlightenment, we really know that in the past, present, and future, we never in but in that. Like some patriarch, when you get attain enlightenment, they know that, and they just say, we know I attain the enlightenment. Enlightenment in the end say that nothing to attain enlightenment. So we just practice when at the end get the target, we will got this sentence, this idea. And we just use the sense, use the thought, use the discrimination to verify. We never verify self nature, Buddha nature. So only practice will be very clear on that. Just practice. Kính thưa quý thầy, quý sư cô, cùng toàn thể quý bạn đồng tham.
Dear Dharma friends,
Ngày thứ Bảy, 3 tháng 2, 2024. Chúng ta quay trở
it
lại mỗi
is another
sáng với chiều
session
để mà chia sẻ, khai thị
for asking questions and sharing experience in practice in order to improve our belief in our method of practice and belief in our own Buddha nature. The topic for today is unreal sickness is use unreal medications to help. So when said unreal sickness and using to fix unreal sickness, we use unreal medications, which means we're using the wisdom and start our practice and go on our path to reach the Buddha nature. We really value our method of practice because we've been having this ignorance for many years, many lives. We always thinking and chasing after the elusive mind and never go back to our Buddha nature. When our mind is constantly changed, everything is changing along. And it's been changing for many, many lives in the samsara. So when you
làm sao mọi
get
hướng
enlightenment,
đều quay về với tự tánh.
everything
Cái nghĩa quay về tự tánh
stops for
là cái phương tiện lời nói, đã nói là cái thuốc giả,
a fragment
cái
of
thuốc giả,
times,
bệnh tức là cái
and
suy
you
nghĩ
go
sai lầm,
back to your Buddha nature.
cũng là cái phương tiện để làm cho dừng lại cái sai lầm.
So when you have
Cái
sickness,
thuốc phương tiện để chúng ta
you use medications
bảo
to
thì làm
help
sao thực hiện đúng cái nghĩa
recover from your
hướng về tự
sickness.
tánh, tức là nhập lưu.
So it's the same thing here.
Chúng ta
We're using
không phải
a
nhiều chừng nào thành nó xuất lưu hay nhập lưu đều do nơi cái
our practice, using our practice, asking questions,
nếu mà
raising
không
doubts
không cái thuốc giả này
as a mean
ta không bao giờ trị hết cái bệnh giả
to
vô minh ngã chấp của mình.
go back
Cho nên
and see
cái này ta
our Buddha nature.
phải nhờ đúng cái xin lỗi cái bệnh giả, phải nhờ
However,
cái thuốc giả thực hiện theo căn cơ.
because these are just a means that we use, that's why I said it's only the unreal medications fixing the unreal sickness
củng cố cái niềm tin tự tâm để chúng ta đi xuyên suốt được
until you see the Buddha nature.
cái đề tài.
Everything become clear. Everything
Thì do
are just
trao đổi và chia sẻ kinh nghiệm và đi thẳng vào cái công phu trực tiếp
the creations of your elusive mind.
tham vấn. Do cái tham vấn với người xưa,
So in order to help you going on the
trên những thời pháp
right path
đại diện đơn cơ để thịnh pháp.
in practicing,
Thỉnh là nói lên cái bệnh, nói lên cái chấp,
we allowed you
từ đó
to ask questions
theo thứ lớp tuần tự
so you can show
đưa ra cái phương tiện
whatever that you
là tháo gỡ những nút mắt
see
để
or
họ
having problem during your
và ngộ tự tánh,
practice.
ngộ được tự tánh.
So it will aid you to go back to your practice, go on
Tham vấn này tham vấn
a right path
về công phu, tham vấn về sự giải thoát, chứ phải tham vấn cái chuyện thế gian.
until you reach a Buddha nature.
Phát triển thêm cái tri kiến tri thức.
All these answers,
Hướng ngoại, xuất lưu,
all these words
thì giờ bây giờ có thắc mắc gì?
only to encourage you to go back to your practice. It's not a knowledge or anything special for you to attach to. So if you have any questions, please speak up.
Ai?
Miss Kim In.
Kim Yến, mời Kim Yến.
Dạ, Nam Mô Bổn Sư Thích Ca Mâu Ni Phật. Con kính thưa quý thầy, quý sư cô cùng thiền đường thầy chúng. Con xin thầy khai thị. Cái này cũng là cái sự chia sẻ trăn trở của một
could you please
cô
give us some words, encouragement that I none have shared her point of view with me, and I want to ask a question for her to continue to believe in this method's practice. She said that before this method, she'd been using a chanting of Buddha names as a method to practice, and she feels like she really her mind was settled down, and you feel like she feel like really
thì lúc nào cũng phải giữ cái
having a quiet mind
sư cô
and
sư cô có hỏi là giống như là khi mình tu như vậy
really
cái tâm mà an lạc như vậy, cái tâm gọi là thanh tịnh,
feel like her
cảm
mind
thấy rất
is
là cảm thấy là viên mãn như vậy, thì hắn có khế hợp
going
viên mãn.
into a
Nhưng
stillness
mà khi mà qua tham thiền
place.
thì nó bị thay đổi á, thì nó có làm
And
cho
when
thầy
she met
thầy cải thiện
these
cho sư cô
methods,
có thể
she
chọn cách để
was a little
tâm
bit
tiên tự thân như vậy.
frustrated,
Vâng ạ, con xin cảm ơn thầy.
and she was afraid that she gonna lose that stillness in a previous practice. So could you please her some words of encouragement on this manner? So this is a very common mistake that most practitioners, when they doing a practice in any methods, and they really attach themselves to achievement or the stillness that they thought they already achieved. And when they go into this Patriarch Zen methods, there's nothing for them to attach to, so they feel frustrated. So they sometimes want to stop practice this method and go back to the original one. When the Buddha said the mind created all things in this elusive world, the Buddha wants the practitioner or practitioner to really go back to their Buddha natures, so they can understand the meanings behind these words, understand why this is a unreal sickness and an unreal medication that we're taking. So when practitioners don't believe in these methods, the Buddha have to use several means. The patriarch also have to use several means in order to direct them back to their own Buddha nature, believe in their own Buddha nature. So when the Buddha explained about the 10 level of the 10 rounds of practicing, those are just words of explanations. And when you hear, you understand about these from the explanations of the patriarch or the Zen master. You have not gone through these 10 rounds of life. You have to go back to your practice in order to really experience this. So there's a story in the Buddha times. There's a person who want to, the two friends who want to collect the vine and go to the forest to collect them. And both of them going really deep into the forest and find all the vines. And collect them into 2 buckets. So they going out of the forest with 2 full buckets of vine and saw a person on the way to ask him to trade his fresh vine for a dry vine. So he decided to trade 2 dry vine for 1 fresh vine. So 1 person trade and 1 person keep the fresh one and continue to go back and met another person that want to trade his 2 dry buckets of vines for 4 dry and prepared vine buckets because he want to use only the dried vine in his job right now. So the one with 2 dry buckets to trade it dry buckets of vine, trade again and got 4 buckets of dried and prepared vine to take home. And the other one is still carrying the fresh, heavy one and was really doesn't want to trade in because he was really feel like he'd been going to the forest and collect all these vines and he doesn't want to trade with others products. So when he get home, the one with the 4 buckets of dry prepared vines can use his vine to make other things right away, while the other ones have to drive his own fresh vine and have to prepare them in a long times in order to use them. So with this story, you can see that you have to be flexible in studying, flexible in doing your work in order to really go on your path of practicing. So this nun is always thinking of there's only one way to do a practice, and when she attained something, she thought that was the ultimate goal already, and she stayed with that and attached to that. However, when you go to practicing these methods of Patriot Zen, there's nothing for you to attach to. Even anything that you achieve, you have to detach yourself from all those achievements. The practice in Patriot Zen will be able to detach yourself from everything, good, bad, achievements, not achievement, wisdom, no wisdom, everything will be swept up by your questions and doubts in practicing. When you detach yourself from all these in practicing, eventually you will believe in yourself even more and more. And then you will meet your own Buddha nature as the destinations. Just like an example of peeling off a banana tree, you peel one layer of banana trees, you see another layer, and you keep peeling until you see the core of the banana trees, and there's no more layers that you can peel off. So it's in the practice of other practice, you always have something that you can attach to, something that you can achieve, and you feel like when you achieve that goal, and that's it for your practice, you still in the attachment of your lucid mind. You still in the ignorance of your illusive mind. In the Patriot Zen practice, we don't attach to all these achievements at all. We continue to practice until we completely detach ourselves from all the things are created by your mind. We don't attach to stillness. We don't attach to actions. We don't attach even to the achievements that we have achieved during from our practice. So, like in the Langim Sutra, the Buddha said there are 50 attachments that people used to attach themselves to in their practice, and there are 50 ways relied on us. Your 5 fundamental aspects of this body and fixing them practice. If you achieve anything in your practice and you happy with what you had and attached to them, you still in the attachment of your mind, your elusive mind. And if you achieve something, you just keep on, going on your practice to detach yourself from all these achievements. That's the way the Buddha and Patriarch want you to do. When you make a vow to practice, the vow at first helping you to do the practice. However, when you reach a Buddha nature, this vow have to be deleted in your mind too. So you have to talk a talk and walk a walk along. You don't just say in it, you doing it. That's a point of practicing. It's not like in a chanting of Buddha names. All practitioners always want to practice to get to stillness or quiet of your mind, a quietness of your mind. And they want to have a heavenly place to reach where the Ajita Buddha will teach them to practice this method of patriotism. So when you practice and you're still attaching to a place that you can reach to, that is still an attachment to this elusive mind. So when you practice and you have any problem in your practice, you have to ask questions, and the wise man can help you to go on the right path and detach yourself from all those problems that you had and going on the right path. So when you vow to practice, you have to be careful and go on the right path. When you have questions, you have to ask. Is that understandable? Yes. I will share these words of encouragement to this nun so she can understand the practice better. We're running out of time, so we will see you back in another session in the afternoon. Bye.